Hello, my viewers all over the world. Welcome back to this wonderful broadcast. I'm live today. This is the Abundance Show, and I'm live once again. I'm live with a topic, and my topic says, do you want to live in abundance or artificial scarcity? Did you want to live in abundance? Did you want to live in abundance or artificial scarcity? Yes, everybody would like to live in abundance. Well, nobody was born with money. Nobody was born with money. We all came to this world naked. We did not came to this world with anybody, anything. Sorry, with anything. But the world is full of abundance. The world is full of abundance. Well, take a look at the world. We like nothing. But the policy, the constitution that has been implemented has turned our birthright upside down and make the world to be like a fire, a hell to the masses. So, did you want to live in abundance or you want to keep on living into artificial scarcity? I don't need to go more further on this topic. Let me share my screen. I have a video that I would like you to watch. Maybe you have never set your eyes on this video. You need to watch this video to know what I'm talking about. You need to watch the video to know what I'm talking about, to know the world we are living in today that is full of abundance, but our birthright has been denied. It has been denied to us and make us to believe that the world is full of scarcity. This is the billion.info. Then there is a video under this link. You can go there to watch this video. It's a Bitcoin platform. Kringular TBC full presentation.
TBC coin was launched on March 21st, 2016, at the initial price of a tenth of 1 cent in euros. The ultimate price is equal to the total number of verified TC members multiplied by 1.
Sorry, I'm coming.
The current price adjusts once every 24 hours.
2016 is set to be a more unequal world than ever before. For the first time, the richest 1% of the population will enjoy a greater share of global wealth than the other 99%.
It's the year 2016, and the elite have a plan, and it's not by accident that the 1% own more of the global wealth than the 99% combined today. Naturally, this is the root cause of poverty in our world. Poverty is so widespread and devastating today that it has deeply marked the human condition within every country on the face of the earth. You and I, and the remainder of the 99%, have been forced to share what is left over. And with just 1% of all the money in the world between us, how can we enjoy life with so little?
People are talking a lot about inequality these days, about the fact that the richest 1% have so much more than everybody else. But most of the focus seems to be on the United States, and it strikes me that the same story needs to be told about global inequality too. So I did some research, and this is what I found from reliable sources like the UN. It turns out that while the US is totally out of whack, things are actually way worse for the planet as a whole. Let's start with this graph. A perfectly even distribution of wealth among all living people, with everyone divided into 5 equal groups. Now, let's show how much each group actually has. Shocking, right? 80% of the world's people barely have any wealth. It's hard to even see them on the charts. Meanwhile, the richest 2%, they have more wealth than half of the rest of the world. Let's look at this chart another way. Let's take the whole world's population, all 7 billion of us, and reduce it to just a representative 100 individuals. Here they are. Poorest people on the left, richest people on the right. Now let's show how the world's total wealth, roughly $223 trillion, is distributed. The vast majority have practically nothing. Nothing with which to educate their children, nothing with which to pay for basic medicines. While the richest 1%, they've accumulated 43% of our world's wealth. The bottom 80%, meanwhile, that's 8 out of every 10 people, have just 6% between them. But even this doesn't really show how extreme things have become. The richest 300 people on Earth have the same wealth as the poorest 3 billion. So the number of people it takes to fill a mid-sized commercial aircraft have more wealth than the populations of India, China, the US, and Brazil combined. We can also see this difference geographically, with a huge and growing gap between a few rich places versus the majority of the world. For most of history, things were much more equal. 200 years ago, rich countries were only 3 times richer than poor countries. By the end of colonialism in the 1960s, they were 35 times richer. Today, they're about 80 times richer. Rich countries try to compensate for this by giving aid to poor countries, about $130 billion each year. That's a lot of money. So then why does the wealth gap keep getting bigger? One reason I found is that large corporations are taking more than $900 billion out of poor countries each year through a form of tax avoidance called trade mispricing. On top of this, each year poor countries are paying about $600 billion in debt service to rich countries on loans that have already been paid off many times over. And then there's the money that poor countries lose from trade rules imposed by rich countries to get access to more resources and cheaper labor. Economists from the University of Massachusetts calculate that this costs poor countries about $500 billion a year. Altogether, that's more than $2 trillion that flows from some of the poorest parts of the world to the richest every year. Rich governments like to say they're helping poor countries develop, but who's developing who here? This makes me think that there's something wrong with the basic rules of the global economy. It can't be okay that the wealth of our planet is becoming so concentrated in the hands of such a tiny number of people. The only reasonable response, it seems to me, and our only hope, is to change the rules.
You see, to change the rules. Our only hope is to do what? To change the rules. Do what? Change the rules. Okay, let's go on.
Obviously, that video, published in 2012, is out of date. It was very bad then, but it is even worse today, as I have already shown you, the 1% now own 99% of all the wealth in 2016. Will we, the massive majority, the 99% of the world population, continue to allow the elite to unfold their plans for us? This achievement of gathering 99% of all the wealth in the world for themselves, on the surface, sounds impossible. How did the elite pull this off? They engineered the entire world system to revolve around artificial scarcity. They have lined the pockets of almost every world leader and politician and have effectively turned them all into their puppets. Do you think you are getting the real news when you turn on the TV or open a newspaper? Their traitorous acts should be the headline news. The elite are all criminals operating above the law, and hardly a word about them is mentioned in the mainstream media. Don't you know that the elite own banks? All of them? They use mind control and call it education. Free markets. Don't make me laugh. All the markets are manipulated by them. Their objective is to have absolute control over every man, woman, and child on earth. Open your eyes to this beast system we live in today. It's not just corrupt, it's evil. Creating the belief that scarcity exists is their magic key to the entire system they have created. Wake up. Billion TBC coins mined. At some point, each TBC coin will be worth. Choose now. TBC is the first abundance-based currency in our world. TBC will end poverty globally.
Do you hear it? Do you
But
hear it?
how? How will TBC end poverty throughout the world? There will be 1 billion TBC coins mined. At some point, each TBC coin will be worth 1 billion euros. A billion euros multiplied by a billion TBC coins equals a number with 18 zeros behind it. There are 7.4 billion people living on Earth today. When we take the number with 18 zeros and divide it by the world population of 7.4 billion of us, this means that each person on Earth could enjoy an equal share in the wealth of TBC, and each would get 135 million euros. Is that enough abundance for you? Could you make all of your dreams come true if you had that much money? For most of us, that would be more than enough. But this is not going to happen. We are not all going to end up with an equal share of TBC. Naturally, the early adopters will end up with much more of the TBC.
That is it. That is
And
it.
children that don't deserve it. These innocent children deserve a world filled with abundance, and it is up to us to give it to them. Here is what you can do to help. Buy as much TBC as you can today. The price will only go up. Hold your TBC coins. Don't sell any of them. Let time work for you. Wait at least 6 months before you sell any of your TBC coins. When the value of your TBC coins is high enough, hire people to work for you and pay them in TBC. That is collectively how we will end poverty. Perhaps you will need help in selling your TBC coins, and that need will create new jobs for others to do. Don't you realize that this is the billion coin, and it will create many billionaires? Perhaps you will be one of them. You could be a historic figure in the mission to end poverty globally. The final choice is yours. You can continue to live under the slave masters of fear and doubt and waste away your life believing in a scarcity that doesn't really exist. Or you can join the billion coin community and receive your share of the abundant life it is already delivering to its current members.
You can see. So you can go to the billioncoin.info and when you go there, you locate formula, you see the video below down there. You can listen to the full because I forwarded some of them. This is how the world, the elite has been manipulating the world, turning us into their puppets, turning us into their puppets. Do you want to live in abundance or you want to live in artificial scarcity? Fear and doubt. Fear and doubt. The Abundance Show TV is here to update you information about the billion coin, about what is happening in the whole world. Yes, we are the mouthpiece to the TBC, mouthpiece to the freedom. We are the freedom fighter. We don't fight with ammunition, with guns, with cutlass, but our voice fights for us. So TBC is freedom. TBC is the best thing that ever happened to mankind, for humankind. So join the community so that we'll all together we succeed in this mission. Thank you very much. Do not forget to call me whenever you have any problem or you want to set up your account, you need more information, paying your annual fee, paying your monthly fee, you can contact me. I'll be willing to help you. or you have a group of people you want me to come and teach them more about TBC coins, about the billion coins, about the abundance based cryptocurrency, I'll be very happy to be there. And I'm assuring you that I will do my best to make sure they understand. Thank you very much. You can call me anytime. Thank you and God bless you.